Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them, the good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. Noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, Brutus is an honorable man, they are all honorable men, come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend. Faithful and just to me. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Doesn't Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have wept, Caesar hath wept with them. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff, yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me. Yet here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. It is his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which I do not mean to read, and they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. For, check here, it is not meet. You know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men, and being men and hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will drive you mad. It is good you do not know you are his heirs. For if you should, oh, what would come of it? You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. It was on a summer evening, that day he overcame the Nervii. Look, in this place ran Cassius' dagger through. See what a rant the envious Casca made. Through this the beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he drew his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be certain Brutus so unkindly knocked or no. I come not to steal away your hearts, dear friends. Just a moment. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all, for when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ingratitude, more strong than traitors' arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen. Then you and I, and all of us fell down. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain, blunt man that love my friend. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, nor power of speech to stir men's blood. I only speak straight on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show you sweet Caesar's wounds, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there were an Antony should ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar that should stir the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny. This was a Caesar, when comes such a night.